So dear students, welcome to our channel Anu Computer Education. So in this video, we are going to discuss the Bcom first year, second semester, programming with C and C++ important questions, as well as some important points we are going to discuss in this video. The points regarding tips, presentation tips, and to score more than 90%. So what questions needs to be learned, and those who want to score more than 60%. Okay, what questions they need to learn. So the students who want to just pass in the subject, so what they need to do. Okay, and first presentation tips I'm going to explain in this video. The presentation tips is nothing but if you get any long answer, okay, total you'll get 10 long answers you'll get. So how to present the 10 long answers? First, whenever you're getting any question, for that you have to write the definition. So whatever the topic you are going to get, that concept you have to, okay, explain. So once the definition part is completed, so immediately you have to write the syntax. Syntaxes are very, very important in the subject. So for all the concept, what are the syntaxes are there, you need to by hand the syntaxes. And before going to the exam, you practice twice or thrice syntaxes and write it in the final exam. So once you complete the syntax, you need to write one example program which is related to that particular concept. So this is a way they need to present the answer in final exam, because most of the students are getting less marks, or most of the students are failed in the subject due to presentation. So this C language presentation is very different from other subjects. So అందుకోసం మీ presentation skills పైన చాలా focus చేయాలి. And don't skip this video, and I will be giving you complete clarity about the subject, how to write and how to score good marks in final exam, and everything will be discussed in this video. And sir, how to score 90%? So for them, I'll be giving the some questions. You'll get more than 90%, means almost you may get 100% marks also in final exam. So for that, what questions they need to learn? So I will be giving that questions also. And so those who are belongs to Usmania University, any university. Okay. So first question, I'm going to give you in today's video. So in unit 1, the basic structure of C. So sir, what is the meaning of basic structure? So you know already who is the author of C language? Dennis Ritchie. You learn any programming language. For every programming language, you will be having the basic structure. So by using the basic structure only, we have to write the program. So example, what is the basic structure of C language? Document section. Okay, document section, definition section. Okay, link section, next to definition section. Okay, global declaration section, and next to void main section. Okay, void main section. And after this, you have to write local declaration, semicolon, next executable statements, and close the bracket, and function 1, function 2, up to so on. These are all called as user defined function. So this is a basic structure, you have to write it. So if you get in 2 marks, just you need to mention only the basic structure. If you get this question in long answer, you have to write basic structure along with all what is the meaning of document section, what is the meaning of link section and definition section. Everything needs to be explained clearly. Okay. And the next very, very important question which we are going to discuss, and what is the meaning of data type? So data type is nothing but the type of value which we are going to. So what is the data type? It is a nothing but type of value. Okay. Which we can store it in a variable. Okay. Which we can store it in a variable. This is nothing but store it in a variable is known as data type. So you know already in C language, data types are classified into how many types? 4 types. One is predefined data type. Okay, predefined data type, and next one is user defined data type, and next one is derived data type. Okay, derived data type, and next one is void. So these are the 4 different data types which are available in C language. Predefined data types are nothing but the data types which are defined by the language author is known as predefined data type. So you know integer, again predefined data types are how many are there? Integer, float, double, character. So you know every data type what will be there? For every data type you will be having the size will be there, memory size will be there, and what type of value we can store it, and what is the memory size, and what format specifier we have to use, like %d, %f, okay, and what keyword we need to use. So these are the very, very important point you need to remember. Next, user defined data types are nothing but the user will create these data types. Example, structure, union, or enumeration. These are the concepts of user defined data type. And next, come to the concept of, sir, what we have to write for the derived data type. Derived data types are nothing but these are the data types which are derived from the predefined data types. Example, what concept will comes here? Arrays concept will comes under the derived data type. So what is the meaning of void? Void is nothing but nothing. So you have to explain all these points regarding the data. Okay. And next, when it is comes to the question, formatted input and output statements in C. This is also one of the very important question in C language. So what is the meaning of formatted? You need to write about the printf statement and scanf statement. Okay. Printf and scanf. Sir, what is the meaning of printf? Printf is a predefined output function. It takes a number of arguments. In double quotation, whatever we are writing, you will get as it is on the screen, output screen, except format specifier. Suppose wherever you are writing the %d, in place of %d, what you'll get? You'll get a value of the variable. Which variable value you are want to display? In that value will be displayed in place of %d. So you have to write about the syntax of printf and you have to explain about the printf. And these two functions which are available in which header file? stdio.header file. So when I'm using printf and scanf in my program, it is compulsory for me to write printf and scanf. Okay, it is compulsory for me to write hash include stdio dot. Otherwise, you'll get a compiled and error. Okay, and similarly, you have to explain about the scanf also. What is the meaning of scanf? Scanf is also an output input function. It takes a number of arguments. The first argument is in double quotation. In double quotation, what we have tried? Only we have tried format specifiers, %d or %d. What type of values you want to enter from the keyboard? So that okay, format specifiers has to be used in the double quotation. And these values has to be stored in which variable? That variable has to be written like this: scanf. Suppose I want to feed one integer value I want to enter from the keyboard, so you can write like this. Suppose I declared one variable int a. Did I given any value? No. I want to input this value from the keyboard, so I need to write scanf %d address of a. So what this scanf is doing? Scanf is taking one integer value from the keyboard, which is entered by the user. After taking this value, it will be transferred to this variable. So this is what we need to understand the concept and you have to explain. And no need to worry, whatever the questions or whatever the doubts you're having in the programming in C and C++, just to make use of the comment section and you can post your doubt. So based on your doubts, I'll be doing the video and I'll be uploading in my channel. So you can make use of the subject and you can understand. So it is very easy subject. Only the thing is understand the concept is very important. So next question is various types of operator. So it is very important question. So what is the meaning of operator? An operator is a symbol. Okay. And what is an operator? An operator is a special symbol. Every operator is used to perform a specific task. Okay. Specific task. So in C language, operators are how many types are there? Three types of operators are there. One is what? Unary operator, and next one is binary operator, and next one is ternary operator. So unary minus, unary increment, unary decrement. So all these operators you have to explain. And binary operators are nothing but and unary operators are used on one variable and one operand. So one variable and one operator is there. So that is called unary. And two variables and one operator is there, that is called as binary operator, and more than two variables is nothing but a ternary operator. So another name of ternary operator is conditional operator. So you have to explain all this. In binary operator, what are the operators which are comes under? Arithmetic operator, logical operator, relational operator, and bitwise operators. So all these operators you have to write. So you need to remember, because this is a very lengthy answer. You can expect this question in 10 marks also in final exam, because in 2 marks question also one question you can expect from the operators only. And important point you need to remember in this regarding the operators. So whenever you are getting, sometimes what you will do now, you will be giving you a relational operator with example, means you no need to explain any other operator. You focus only on the relational operators. So relational operators are also called as comparison operator. These operators are used to compare any two variables. Okay. Once after comparison, it will display the result in the form of true or false. Okay. So either true means 1 and false means 0. And the relational operators are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. So these are all you have to explain. After that, you have to explain with example is given question. Relational operator with example. So you have to write one program on this concept. So that is the reason what are the C language material which I prepared. In all this in the material, for every operator have explained one program is very important. So why I have explained program? If you get a operator question, complete operator question, no need to write the program for every concept. But in sometimes what he will do, he will be focusing on the only one question. So that time he will say with example, means that time compulsory we have to write one program on that particular concept. So based on that knowledge only, I have prepared my material programming in C and C++. So those who are referring my material, just I have mentioned clearly in my material. Okay. So next concept is ternary operator over. So next very important question. So those who are feeling, sir, 4 questions I cannot learn. Okay, those who want to score outstanding, so they need to learn 4 out 4. So I want to learn only 1 or 2 questions from unit 1. So compulsory they need to focus on the operator answer. They need to focus and data type answer. These 2 questions at least they need to by heart these 2 questions from the unit 1. Okay. So when it is comes to the unit number 2, what is mean by control statement? So remember, you don't expect the question every time in same way. Sometimes they will be changing the question in different ways. So various forms of questions I have given in this okay, decision making statements or selection statements or branching statements, all are same only. Don't be get confusion. So what is the meaning of control statements? So control statements are nothing but in unit 1, what are the programs which we have written? So all the programs are executed line by line, one after the other. None of the statement is skipped by the compiler. So what I mean to do, now what I'm going to do in the unit 2, in unit 2, when I'm writing any program, suppose if I'm writing a program which is having the 10 lines of program, the complete 10 lines of program cannot be executed. So based on the condition, some statements are executed and some statements are skipped. So that is the reason we are going to use the concept of control statements. In control statement, we have various statements are available. One is if statement is there. Okay. One is if statement. Okay. So one is if statement. You have tried if statement definition. Based on the condition, if block statements are executed. If the condition is false, it will skip the if block statements. So you have tried. After this, you have tried the syntax of if block, and so no need to write any a program for this concept because all concepts are asked in one question only. So after this, after writing this, you need to go for the if else. So here, if you have a 2 options are there, among the 2 options, we are going to execute only one option, either if or else. If block statements are executed, we are skipping the else block statements. If else block statements are executed, we are skipping the if block statements. So you have to write down the definition of the if okay if statements, if and else statement. After this, syntax of if else statement, and no need to write the program. So at last you can write simply for if else, or one program is enough. Once you explain all the definitions and syntaxes, sometimes why I have given program for each and every concept in the my material, because again I said sometimes the answer is very lengthy. So that time we will be giving explain if else concept with example. So you need to explain only if else concept, and for that you have to write the example program also. So that is the reason I have designed the program for every concept. Next, after writing this, you need to go for the else if concept. So what is the meaning of else if concept? What is the meaning of else if concept? If you have more than 2 options, like 3 options or 4 options are there, like greatest of 3 numbers are there. So what is the example program you need to write for the if else program? Greatest of 2 numbers. So either A may be greater or B may be greater. So that is called as if else program. So what is the meaning of else if program? Greatest of 3 numbers. Either A may be greater or B may be greater or C may be greater. So among these three, one will be greater. So in that case, we have to use the else if concept. So else if concept. So n number of conditions will be there. Whichever the condition is satisfied, only that block of statements are executed. The remaining blocks will be skipped. So this is the about this. And next, last statement which will be comes under this concept is switch statement. What is the meaning of switch? Switch and else if are related to similar, because switch is similar to the else if statement, is an alternate for else if statement, because in the else if the conditions are more, the way of writing program will become difficult. So what we are going to do in switch, we are going to write the cases, whichever the case, whatever the value which you are passing to the switch, which case is matches with your value, only that case will be executed. So if none of the case is matches with your value, in that case, default statement will be executed in the switch statement. So you have to explain the definition of the switch, and after this, syntax of the switch and example program. Okay. Sometimes he may give like directly like this, what is switch, explain with example, means no need to explain any if else if like that, just you focus on the else if. These are very important question from this unit. So when it is comes to the next very important question from the unit number 2 is what do you mean by loop? So I want to display one statement again and again. So suppose I want hello message on the screen for 5 times. So generally what we are going to do, printf I'm going to write 5 times. So why I'm writing printf 5 times? Because one time if I'm writing printf hello, so you will be getting the answer one time. So if I want 5 times, so you need to write printf hello, printf hello, printf hello for 5 times. So when you're writing 5 times, you are getting the message 5 times along on the black color screen, output screen. So so some of the students are asking, sir, I will write printf hello 1 time, but can I get 5 times? Yes, it is possible. So that is possible only with the help of looping statements. What is the meaning of looping statement? Repeating the same statement. Whatever the statement which you have written, that you repeat it again and again. Okay, your writing is 1 time only, but you are getting the answer is many times. Suppose I want 5 times means you are repeating the same statement again and again for 5 times. So until the specified condition is true, whatever the value you set, till the time that same statement has to be executed, that is called as looping statement. Okay. So what are the loops are there? So what are the loops are there? One is for loop is there. So you have to write while loop, you have to explain first while loop definition, repeating the same statement again and again until the specified condition is true. While is a keyword. So all you have to explain it. After this, you need to go for the do while statement. Okay. After this, you can go for the for loop. So all these loop statements you have to explain with the definition. So next, when it is comes to the next very important question, you can expect one question from the short answer in final exam. So that is conditional jumping statement. So those students who want to learn only less question, just they need to focus on first question and second question. They can skip the third question. Okay. So the third question is jumping statements are unconditional jumping statements. So go to, break, continue. These are all called as unconditional. Without any condition, these statements will jump from one location to other location. So in the program. So that is the reason we are giving this called as unconditional. Without any condition, it will move from one place to another place. So that is the reason we are giving the name to this concept as unconditional jumping statements. Break, continue, go to. Okay. So these are the three topics which will be comes under this particular concept. So when it is comes to the next unit number 3, important question is explain the elements of function. So you know what is the meaning of function? So printf, scanf, these are all are predefined functions, these which are designed by the language author. Sir, if I want to design my own function with my name, yes, that is possible. That is possible with user-defined function. So tell me the definition of user-defined function. The functions which are defined by the language, user is known. User means we created this function with our own names. So is known as user-defined function. In order to create any user-defined function, every user-defined function which are having 3 points. One is function declaration, next one is function call, and next one is function definition. So all these three, okay, the definitions you have to write, and as well as you need to write the syntax for all these three, and you have to explain one example program on the concept. Okay. So when it is comes to the very important question is what is an array? So in general, in one variable, suppose if I'm creating one variable int a, so okay, so what is the meaning of a? A is a variable. Okay, it is nothing but ordinary variable. Okay, in one variable we can store how many values? One value only we can store. Sir, if I want to store in one variable multiple values I want to store, then we can make use of the concept of as array in one variable. So suppose how to create an array? Int a of 5. So what is a now? A is also variable, but we need to say it is an array variable. It is what is variable? This is array variable. So how many values we can store here? 5 values we can store. 5 values we can store. So here, if you want to store one variable or one value, we need to create one variable. If you want to store 5 values, we need to create 5 variables. Instead of creating 5 variables, we are creating only one variable. In this one variable only, we are storing 5 values. That is the beauty of arrays concept. So what type of values we can store? So you created an array of integers. So you can store 5 values, but all 5 values of must be integer type only. Other than integer type, if you store any other value, the compiler will generate any error. Okay. So this is about the array concept. Next, come to the very important question is mathematical function. So already author is created many predefined functions. So these predefined functions, okay, like ceil function, floor function, okay, what round function, sine function, cos function. So all these are all called as mathematical functions, square root function, power function. So at least 5 to 6 functions you have to write definition for all function and use one example program on the concept. Next, the very important question is string handling functions. Okay. So till now, what are the programs are in unit 1, unit 2 we discussed most of the programs which are present on the numbers only. So these are the programs which are we are working on the names. So now if I written one name, okay, that name I want in reverse order. Okay, if I written hello, I want hello in reverse order. Or if I written whatever the word which I written, I want the number of letters which are present in that particular word. All these details I want. We have several predefined functions are there. These all functions which are available in string.h, because these all functions which are defined, mathematical function and string handling functions, these two functions which are defined by the language author. He placed these functions in mat.h, mathematical function. String handling functions are stored in string.h. Okay, and this is very, very important. So compulsory. So the students who want to learn very less questions, they need to focus on arrays concept and the types of arrays means single array or multiple array, and all this we have to write it. So next array concept they need to learn, and string handling functions they need to compulsory learn. And first question, explain the elements of function. So sometimes directly they may give one question program. So they may give you write a C program to calculate addition of two matrices. This is one program, direct program you can expect in final exam. Okay. So next, when it is comes to the unit number 4, so what is the meaning of structure? If you have if you are having an idea about the structure, arrays concept, the structure is very easy. What is the meaning of structure? In one variable, you can store more than one value, but all values of different type. So what is the difference between structure and array? In array also, we are one variable only there. But in one variable, you are storing many values, but all values of same type. But when you go to the concept of structure, one variable only is there, but in that we are storing many values, but all values are different. So example, if I created a student structure, what are the details will be there for the student? Roll number will be there, name will be there, percentage will be there. So rule number is integer, name will be character, and percentage will be float. So three different values we are accommodating in one variable. That is the beauty of structure concept. What is the meaning of structure? Structure is a user-defined data type. So this you have to write it, and definition, syntaxes are very, very important. At last, you have to write one example program. Okay. And next, when it is going to the concept of enumerated data types. So these are the data types which are used to assign the names to the integer constants. Okay. So this is very, very important question. So you have to write the definition and syntax for all these concepts. And you no need to worry. I am with you. And whatever the doubts you are getting, you can use my comment section, and you can post your question related to that concept. I'll make a video definitely. I'll be uploading in my channel. You can make use of my video, and please subscribe my channel, Anu Computer Education. And not only this subject, other subject important questions also available in my YouTube channel. Okay. And next, the very, very important question is union. So what is the meaning of union? Union is also user-defined data. In one variable, you can store many values. Okay. All the values are of different type, but only the difference between. So compulsory, everyone should learn the difference between structure and union. So what is the meaning of difference between structure and union? In structure, if you the memory size of the structure is nothing but whatever the members which we are storing. So it is nothing but sum of all its members. Okay. In union, which member is having the highest size? It is nothing but the size of the union. So this is very, very important. And in structure, all the members are having the common memory location. But when you go into the union concept, all the members are sharing the same memory location. That is the beauty of structure and union. Okay. So this all you have to explain. And next, when it comes to the unit number 5, very, very, very important question is difference between the C and C++ and similarities and dissimilarities. Okay. So you have to write it. You know, in C language, we are using printf statement to output function. In scanf, we are printf and scanf function, which you are using for printf and input and output function. When you're going to the concept of C++, we are using cout and C in function objects for input and output operations. So C language is developed by Dennis Ritchie, and C++ is designed by the Bjorn Strostrup. Okay. And okay. C is a programming language, structured oriented programming language. C++ is an object oriented programming language. In C language, we are using in order to perform any input and output operation, we are using stdio.h header file. So we are in C++, we are using iostream.h. The C programs are not having security. C++ programs are having security. And in C language, we don't have any access modifiers. In C++, we are having access modifiers like public, private, protected. And in C language, we cannot hide any data from the user, but in C++, we can hide the data from the user. Okay. And in C language, we don't have, and C language programs are execution can be done from the top to bottom, whereas in C++ program, execution can be done from the bottom to top, because of in C language, main program will be located at the top of the program, but in C++, main program will be located in the bottom of the table. Okay. So these are the differences, main differences. You have to write it and you'll get 8 on 8 marks. So the next very, very important question which we are going to discuss is storage class. So what is the meaning of storage class? Okay. So in C++, we have total 5 storage classes are there. So one is auto, register, extend, static, and mutable. Okay. So what is the meaning of storage class? When I'm saying storage class, immediately you need to get 5 things in your brain. 5 things in your brain. One is memory size of the, so which keyword we need to use, where it is taking the space, okay, memory space, okay, which keyword we are using, where it is taking the space, what is the default value of the storage class, and next what is the life of the storage class, and what is the scope of the, okay, storage class variable. So auto variable, so auto variable where it will occupy the space in RAM. Auto keyword we have to use to create it, and the life of the variable is within the block, okay, and the scope also within the block. The memory size of is 2 bytes only, okay, and once it is leaves the block, it will be destroyed from the memory automatically, okay. And what is a register variable? Register variable will take the space in the register memory, and register keyword we have to use, and the life is within the block, and next scope is also within the block, and the next memory size, okay, and the default value is also garbage value. For auto keyword also default value is garbage. What is the static storage class variable? Static storage class, we need to use static keyword, and the default value is 0, and it is taking the space in RAM, and the scope is the entire program, and visibility is also, okay, entire program, and scope is also complete throughout the program. Once the program execution completes, then only this variable will be destroyed from the memory. And next register variable, the register variable is a register keyword we have to use, and this variable is also taking the space in RAM only, and the default value of this variable is 0, and the scope of the variable is entire program, anywhere we can use it, and the, okay, and next and the life also complete program execution. Okay, these are the points you need to remember. So what is the meaning of inheritance? Inheritance is nothing but one class want to acquire the features from other class. So suppose I have created 2 classes. The first class is called as parent class, second class is called as a child class. The first class want to acquire the features from parent class to child class, then we need a concept of inheritance. Okay, so you have to write the definition of inheritance, and you have to write the definition and diagram of the inheritance and syntax of the inheritance, and one exam program is important. And different types of inheritance are nothing but single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. So there are total 5 types of inheritances are there. All you have to explain with definitions and diagram. You no need to write the program for all these 5 concepts. Only the definition and diagrams are very, very important for all its types. Next, what is the meaning of polymorphism? One form can be expressed into multiple forms is known as polymorphism. You know what is the meaning of polymorphism? Polymorphism is a Greek word. Poly means one. Morphism means forms. One form can be expressed into multiple forms is known as polymorphism. So polymorphism can be achieved with the help of 2 concepts. One is function overloading and function overriding. Okay. So polymorphisms are 2 types. One is compile time polymorphism. Okay. And one more is runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism is achieved with the help of function overloading concept, and compiled runtime polymorphism can be achieved with the help of, okay, function overriding concept. So these are the very, very important things you need to write. So definitions you write, and compile time or runtime one program you write, it will be more than enough. And next very, very, very important question is what is the meaning of class and object? Okay. And so what is the meaning of class? A class is a collection of data members and associated members in a single variable is nothing but class. So in C language, class can be created with class keywords, class syntax we have to create. And whenever we create a class, class will not get any memory space until we create a object of a class. So what are the features? Now, what is an object? An instance of a class is known as object syntax. So in order to access any features of a class, you need an object, because that is the reason the subject name is object oriented. So everything, whatever we are going to represent, that everything has to be represented with the help of object only. So this is very, very important. And next, the short answers are very, very important. History of C. What is C? C is a programming language developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972. And next to keywords. What is the meaning of keywords? Keywords are the words which are also called as reserved words. In C language, how many keywords are there? There are 32 keywords are there. So all the 32 keywords you have to list. And what is the meaning of flowchart and different symbols? Flowchart is nothing but the diagrammatical representation of an algorithm is nothing but flowchart. The different symbols which are used in the flowchart as rectangle, triangle. So for processing, okay, input and output things, we have to use parallelogram. Rectangle is used for processing. Diamond shape is used for decision making. Okay. So oval shape is used for start and stop. Arrows are nothing but flows. So all you have to explain. What is the algorithm? A diagrammatic. Okay. What is the meaning of algorithm? A step-by-step solving a problem is known as algorithm. So these are the very important question. Please subscribe my channel Anu Computer Education. In future, whatever the videos which I'm going to upload in my channel, so immediately you'll get a notification regarding my new videos. Thank you. All the best for your exams. I think whatever the questions you are getting a doubt, so you no need to worry. Please post these questions in my comment section, so that in future I'll be making the videos and will be uploading those videos in my YouTube channel. Thank you.